Today we are working on the photosynthesis and cellular respiration lab. So there is some background information for you to read through on your own. It reminds you that we have the law of conservation of matter, where atoms can't appear or disappear out of nowhere, and that reactants are on the left, products are on the right, and for cellular respiration it's reversed. So notice that these are the reactants for cellular respiration and these are the products for cellular respiration. What we're trying to show is that these equations do follow the law of conservation of matter. So what we're going to be doing is counting up the number of atoms for each element and noticing how it's equal on each side. That is our goal today. So what I want to do is we're going to count. There's columns here for individual atoms, and we're going to count them up, and we're going to put letters here. I'm going to show you how to do that, and then we're going to color it. And then you're going to be answering the questions on your own on the next page, and there's a Google form for you to complete for that in Google Classroom. So we start with carbon dioxide, CO2. So there's 6 CO2 here. So what we want to do is, I have C, I know that, but there's 6 of those, and there's not a number after the C, so it's just 6. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. And then when I get to the O's, 6 times 2, there's actually 12. So, oops, not that. Type those in. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? Move over to my water. 6 times 2 is 12. So again, I have 12 H's here. Okay. And there's not a number after the O here, so 6 times 1 is 6. There's 6 O's there, and I'm just going to grab these so I don't have to retype it. And there's 6 of those. Okay. Now, there was a color key up here, and I also noticed that it told me how many boxes of each I should have total for the whole assignment. So right now I know that carbon should be blue, so I'm going to go ahead and color these in blue. And I'm going to grab my paint bucket. So I'm going to use a lighter blue just so that we can see it. And then it tells me that oxygen should be red, and I should wind up with 36 of those at the end. So I'm going to make my oxygen red. Get with my paint bucket here. Okay, and I've got more red over here. And my hydrogen should be green. I should wind up with 24 of those boxes. So, there's my green. Alright, so far so good. So now I'm on the other side. Okay, and this one is pretty straightforward. This is glucose, and it literally tells me how many of each letter there are, and there's not a number in front, so I don't have to multiply anything. So I have 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen, and 6 oxygen. And since I've already typed that, I'm going to come over here, and I'm just going to put those in there. I have 12 hydrogen, which I've already done. To save time, here we go. I have 6 oxygen. Okay, and then when I get to the oxygen at the end, 6 times 2 again is 12, so I have 12 oxygen, and I've already done that once, so I'm going to come and copy this. I'm going to paste those over. So what I notice here is I have very similar patterns on each side. Okay, so if I count them up, according to my key, I should have 12 boxes of blue carbon. So there's 6 here, and there's 6 here on the other side of the arrows and black bar. So that matches up. I should have 36 oxygen. Let's see, so 12 and 6 is 18, and then over here 6 and 12 gives me 18. I'm good. So 18 and 18 is going to be 36. That's correct. And then I should have 24 total hydrogens, 12 here on this side, 12 here on this side, 24 total. And again, I notice that I've got literally the same thing on each side. So there's my law of conservation of mass. So when you finish this on your page, you're now going to move to the next page, and you're going to write the reactants and products of each of the equations that were provided to you. So make sure you're paying attention to whether it's photosynthesis or cellular respiration. And then you need to answer the question about how many total carbon atoms there are on each side of the equations. And again, pay attention to whether it's photosynthesis or cellular respiration. Okay? So please be aware of that. And that is how you complete this lab. And when you're done, you're going to go complete the Google form, and the Google form is based on the questions that are on this page. So make sure you complete this page.